Hello, Taurus, for September 2019. We're here to do your monthly reading, Taurus. So first, of course, remember, this reading is not for everyone. Obviously, everyone in the same sign is not going to be going through the same exact thing at the same exact time. So I always set the intention that the reading will make sense for the most people possible who are watching this. If it makes sense to you, it's for you. Take what resonates, let go of what doesn't. I might be tapping into several different energies for the same sign. But you can also always go check your rising and your moon and see if those resonate more, because sometimes we're resonating more on those levels. Those are aspects of your astrology, so it would make sense that sometimes those might have a stronger impact. And just before we get started, please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you'll get notification of when I've uploaded a new video, and remember to like, share, and comment, because all of those things helps me be able to get this video shared with more people, and I really appreciate your help with that. Let's get started. Taurus, so first I'm going to tune into the energy and see what I get. And what I'm hearing is don't be too stubborn. And I'm not feeling like you're overly stubborn. And remember, this could be happening now or sometime in September. So put that little bookmark inside your brain and remember this, that don't be overly stubborn. When people come to you with ideas or concepts, don't just automatically have a no or just be stubborn about it. It's really good if you could learn more and more how to have an open mind and just consider things before you shut them down. Because what I'm hearing is often you will just shut things down right away. You'll just make that decision right away when you didn't really just even think about it. Because maybe 6 months ago or a year ago or 5 years ago, you would have made that decision that you're ready to just snap and make. But if you gave yourself a moment just to consider it, rather than just making that snap decision, you might actually do it a different way. And I'm hearing that it could bring a lot more fun and lightness in your life. Like, I'm feeling this really serious energy with you this month for some reason. I'm just feeling like this very serious person. So serious. Like, life doesn't always have to be serious. And maybe that's a way you're used to being. But lighten up. Because life is also meant to have a sense of lightness. And, lightness, it feels free, it feels good, you get in the flow, like it feels good. But sometimes if you're always like, it's like Ebenezer Scrooge or something, like you just, not that you're a Scrooge, but just way like, instead of kind of, there's a difference in that energy. So watch out for being too like serious and snap judgment. And, take a deep breath and smile. Enjoy the moment. And maybe you would make a different choice than that original snap judgment. So I'm going to put some cards down and see. Okay, I have a jumper. See what comes through for you, Taurus, for September 2019. And the first thing I see is growth and something coming in fast. And then I see the nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Page of Cups straight up, and the Five of Swords straight up. So, you know what I am getting? First of all, actually, I feel like something's coming in, but there's a block for you. There's a block. And this feels like, okay, so normally this is abundance. She knows what she wants. She has what she wants. but this is in reverse. So I'm getting you're not quite getting what you want. And things are moving fast, but you're not quite getting what you want. But at the same time, I'm also seeing this Queen in reverse. So and it's interesting because these are both wand cards. So it's the creativity, it's the passion, it's new growth. But what I'm getting is you don't really have a passion for what you're going after. There's something you're going after, but you don't have a lot of passion with it. And so it's not coming in because you're not really on board with it. That's so interesting. Especially since backing up, it was like you're too serious, maybe lighten up and you'd make a different decision. So perhaps you made a decision to move forward with something and it didn't work out for you because you didn't really want to. That's why it's like you need to stop and just allow yourself to sit with something rather than just making decisions. I do see something, a message is coming through for you that something wants to come in, but you're stubborn. Like, you know what? I just get this stubborn feeling with you this month for some reason, but I feel like this is like coming from August. Like, this is coming from August. There's something else coming in that you need to be a little bit mindful and allow yourself to think about it instead of making a snap judgment. Because I feel like you would say no to it or not decide to do it. And you might want to change your mind on that because the decision you made in last month, something you're working on, is not coming in because you're not super passionate about it. And it might be okay. It might be something that you're like, oh, I'll just do it. But you weren't really super passionate about it. So something does want to come in. There is a message that something is coming in for it. But you've got to basically look at yourself and call a spade a spade. Like, what isn't working the way I keep getting this is you and your mindsets. Where in your mindset are things not working for you? Let go of the way you've always been conditioned to think. I feel like that is what's getting in your way right now, is that you've always been conditioned, or you conditioned yourself to think in a certain way. So you keep following that pattern, but not everything is always going to go by that pattern. And the way that life is right now, everything's changing. The way we used to do things 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even 2 years ago is going to be different now. Because this world is changing so much, and that does affect you, even if you think it doesn't. It does affect you. So you've got to start making decisions in different ways and not being so stuck on the way that you've done it in the past, but being willing to do things in a different way now. That's it. Being willing to do things in a different way now. The old way is not going to serve you. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to work for you. Doesn't mean that you have to completely change who you are or what you do, but you do have to be open to trying new things, perceiving in a different way, not being stuck in the mindsets that you've always had, but doing things in a way, being open. You may not have to change everything, but being open to doing things in different ways and not just staying cookie cutter with the way you've always done it. Okay, so let's see what the angel cards are going to tell us for you. Let's see what the angels want to say to you in these angel cards. I was getting a headache with you. I feel so like, tense. Very tense. Okay, one more card, please. Okay, I got it. So the first one is spiritual understanding. And it says, Archangel Raziel, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you to understand spiritual truth. So when I read this, I'm laughing because I'm like seeing you going, Like, you just need something it's black and white. Don't give me this woo, 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 woo. Like, okay, there is something to be said to get out of your head and allow there's light. There are divine messages that can come in and give you messages and guide you and help you with these mindsets that you have to shift a little bit. Really, it just feels so much better thinking about this, like peace and knowing that you don't control everything. It might seem like you do, but actually you don't. And the more you try to control things, the more it is harder and the more it's more difficult for things to work. You might think it works better when you're controlling it, but to tell you the truth, it's not. It actually frustrates you when it doesn't work because you're pushing up against the grain when you should open up and ask for divine guidance and help. Your other card is nurture. Archangel Gabriel, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. I just feel like, yeah, you know, we all have an inner child. And if you ask your inner child, what do you need right now, is never going to tell you to go stress, to think one way. You know, children have a way of just kind of going with the flow, being open, learning new things. And that's what I'm hearing for you. Learning new ways of thinking and being and not being stuck in the old ways. That is really like the main message here, is not getting stuck in your own old ways, because it's not going to serve you. It's not going to help you. And yeah, it's time for that mindset shift. If you would like to work on that, I actually do amazing healing work, and I can help you shift those energies. I really can, because it's hurting my brain right now, just feeling how you feel. And you might be used to it, but I'm not used to that, and it's not actually the easiest way to be, and maybe you got used to that. But believe me, it is weighing on you, whether you realize it or not. So if you need help, contact me and we can do that. Otherwise, have a good September, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace and namaste.